Did you know there are different hand digitations to play the bongo? In this video, I'm gonna teach you the 4 fundamental hand digitations you need to know to play any rhythm on the bongo and sound like a professional. Before we move on, it's important that you understand that to play different rhythms on the bongo, you need to use different hand digitations. What I mean is, to play an African rhythm, you're not gonna use the same hand digitation that you're gonna use to play a Brazilian rhythm. So, to make a rhythm sound correctly, what you need to do is play it using the correct hand digitation. What I mean is, the one who fits perfectly with the rhythmic subdivision and musicality of that particular rhythm. There are 4 hand digitations that you can use to play most of the rhythms that you can play on the bongo. In this video, I'm gonna teach them all, going from the easiest one to the most difficult one. So let's start from the basic one, that is 1-on-1. This is the simplest hand digitation that you can play on the bongo, and it's the one that I recommend you start using when you start playing the bongo from scratch. So this one works in this way. First, each hand is gonna play only in one drum. What I mean is, your right hand is gonna play jazz in the big drum, and your left hand is gonna play jazz in the little drum. To play all the rhythms, each hand is gonna play 2 sounds in each drum. Your right hand is gonna play low sound in the border and tones in the center. And your left hand is gonna play high sound in the border and a tone in the center. To play rhythms with this hand digitation, you can start playing with any of your hands. You can start from the right or you can start from the left. The choice of hands is gonna depend on the melody of the rhythm that you want to play. And last, no matter the hand you choose to start playing, we're gonna play along in an alternate way. What I mean is, without repeating hands. So let's play a couple of examples to understand this first hand digitation better. So first of all, we're gonna start playing the rhythm with our right hand, and we're gonna play a rhythm that has 4 beats, and in each beat we're gonna play a note. So it's gonna be low, high, low, high. And we're gonna play along in this way, once again, without repeating hands. Okay, let's try it over an Afrobeat bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do the same, but now we're gonna start in from the left. So it's gonna be high, low, high, low. What I mean is, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of the setup with this hand digitation, the combination of sounds that we can make with each hand is very important, because that's gonna allow you to play different rhythms using the same rhythmics. So let's try this. The first rhythm what we played, it was low, high, low, high. Now what we're gonna play is gonna be tone, high, low, high. And the rhythm is gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try now to build a new rhythm from this one. Now we're gonna play tone in the first, tone in the second, and we're gonna keep playing low and high, and it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. element that is going to gonna be really important to play rhythms in this setup is the rest, because that's gonna help you to move sounds around and also skip sounds to create new rhythms. So we're gonna play the following. Now we're gonna start playing with our left, and we're gonna play in this way. We're gonna play a downbeat in the first, an upbeat in the second, a downbeat in the third, and a downbeat in the fourth. And it's gonna be high, low, high, low. And it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to close this section, we're gonna play a new rhythm in which we're gonna use on one side tones, but we're also gonna play rest. And it's gonna go in this way. We're gonna start playing with the right. In the first beat, we're gonna play a tone in the downbeat. In the second beat, we're gonna have 2 hits, 2 A notes. The first one is gonna be a high with the left in the little drum and a low, yes, in the big drum with the right. The third is gonna be a quarter note rest, and the last one is gonna be a high with the left, and it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move on to the second hand digitation that I call conga-style. So this hand digitation is one of the most versatile hand digitation that you can use to play on the bongo, because it allows you to play all kinds of rhythm. As its name says, this hand digitation allows us to play the bongo as if we are playing congas. What I mean is, we're gonna keep using the sounds that belongs to bongo, but the general hub setup and the musical approach is the one that you use to play the congas. So this hand digitation works in this way. First, we're gonna keep the alternate way of moving our hands. What I mean is we're gonna play sequence of right, left with any sort of hand repetition. In second place, most of the rhythms that we're gonna play with the hand digitation, we're gonna start them using the right hand. So it's gonna be, once again, right, left with no repetition. In third place, both hands can play in both drums. What I mean is we can move along the drum from one side to the other. And last, we're gonna keep using the same sounds that we used with the previous hand digitation. What I mean is low, high, and tones. So let's play a couple of rhythms to understand better how this hand digitation works. So the first rhythm that we're gonna play it over a pop song. And we're gonna play the following. In the first beat, we're gonna play a tone with my right hand. Second beat is gonna be a high note with my left. In the third beat, I'm gonna have 2 sounds. I'm gonna play, once again, a tone in my right and a high note in the left. And in the fourth beat, I'm gonna have, once again, 2 hits, and it's gonna be 2 lows. Yes, so the rhythm is gonna end out something like this. Pa-ka, pa-ka, tu-ku. Pa-ka, pa-ka, tu-ku. And once again, pa-ka, pa-ka, tu-ku. And it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. play a second rhythm in which we're gonna play the following. We're gonna play in the first beat, we're gonna play just a tone with my right hand in the big drum. In the second beat, I'm gonna have 2 hits and I'm gonna play a high note and a tone. In the third beat, I'm gonna play just 1 note. It's gonna be a high on the left, and in the last beat, I'm gonna have 2 lows. I'm gonna play it with my right and left. So it's gonna be pa ta ka pa tu ku ta ka ta pa ku tu. And it's gonna sound in this way. We're gonna play over a funk rhythm bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry for the interruption. I hope you're liking the video. Because I can see that you want to learn to play the bongo, I want to invite you to visit my website, in which you can find several information about the different bongo courses that I offer online. You can find the link to the website in the information box of the video. Being that said, let's move on with the video. The third hand digitation we're gonna see, we can call it ghost note hand digitation. This hand digitation is also another one of the most versatile hand digitation that we're gonna use to play the bongo. Basically because it allows us to play different types of Brazilian and Latin rhythm, and also allows you to play another musical styles like funk, disco, electronic music, reggae, among others. So this hand digitation works in this way. First of all, we're gonna keep using the alternate way of playing the hands. What I mean is gonna be right, left with any sort of hand repetition. In second place, most of the rhythms that we're gonna play using this hand digitation, we're gonna start playing them with the right hand. And also, most of the rhythm when we're gonna play with this hand digitation, we're gonna start playing them in the little drum. In third place, both hands can play both drums. And last, to be able to play with this hand digitation, we need to add a new sound that is gonna be the ghost note. So the rhythms that we're gonna play using this hand digitation are gonna be built by the combination of ghost notes and accents to create the different melodies that we're gonna play with them. So once again, let's see a couple of rhythms to understand better how this hand digitation works. So before we start playing the rhythms, let's understand this. The general setup in this hand digitation is built in this way. In each beat, I'm gonna have 2 hits or 2 A notes. So it's gonna be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in each beat, I'm gonna have 2 hits that can be accents or ghost note depending on the rhythm and the melody that I want to play. So let's see a first rhythm that is gonna go in this way. In the first beat, we're gonna play an accent, a high accent, and a ghost note, taki. In the second beat, we're gonna play a ghost note and a high accent. So it's gonna be tika. So when we put together, it's gonna be taki tika, taki tika, taki tika. Let's move on to the third and the fourth beat. In the third beat, I'm gonna play once again a high accent, and a ghost note, taki. So when we put together 1, 2, and 3, it's gonna go in this way. Taki, tika, taki. Taki, tika, taki. And in the 4th beat, I'm gonna play an accent in the big drum, a low, and a ghost note in the little drum. So it's gonna be taki, tika, taki, tuki. Taki, tika, taki, tuki. And once again, taki, tika, taki, tuki. So let's try the rhythm over a house music rhythm bass. And it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try now a second rhythm in which we're gonna play the following. In the first beat, we're gonna play a high accent and a ghost note, taki. In the second beat, we're gonna play a ghost note and a tone. So it's gonna be taki, tipa. In the third beat, we're gonna play 2 high accents. So it's gonna be and in the last beat, I'm gonna play a low with my right and a tone with my left once again. So when we put everything together, it's gonna sound like this. And once again. So let's try this rhythm playing it along with a Brazilian rhythm bass. And it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see now the last hand digitation that we can name double stroke hand digitation. This hand digitation is used mainly to play salsa music, and also is a hand digitation that is used to build a rhythm known as martillo. Let's move on and see how this hand digitation works. First of all, in this hand digitation, I'm gonna combine alternate playing with hand repetition. Second, all the rhythms that we're gonna play, we're gonna start playing them with the right hand, and also we're gonna start playing them in the little drum. Third, both hands can play both drums. And last, as this happened with the previous hand digitation, in this one we're gonna use ghost note, but we're gonna add a new sequence of ghost notes in which we're gonna play thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index. So let's see how to apply this hand digitation to play the martillo. That is the best known rhythm that you can play with it. And it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what I'm gonna do is playing the martillo and a couple of improvisation. That is what a bongo zero plays on a salsa song, to show you how you can combine alternate playing with hand repetition playing. And it goes in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is the end of the video. I hope you find it useful and entertaining. If you like it, please subscribe and leave a thumbs up. I see you in the next video.